Hi, friends. Welcome back to the Kindness Advantage. I'm your host, Cindy Rowe. And in 10 minutes or less, we are going to explore how to bring kindness into every corner of your life. And today's episode is something a little subtle, but it can be life changing. And that is shifting your perspective to actually see kindness. Here's the truth: kindness is everywhere. But sometimes we just don't notice it. Yes, we do miss kindness, right? Our brains are wired for survival, not positivity. There's something that's called the negativity bias, which means our brains naturally scan for problems, threats, and what's going wrong. Researchers estimate that negative experiences have 2 to 3 times more psychological impact than positive ones. So, what happens? Well, we notice the rude comments, the stressful emails, the person who cuts us off, but we miss the door someone held open, the coworker who helped quietly, and, the cute little smile from a stranger. Kindness doesn't disappear, but our attention shifts away from it. There was a time, you know, in my life and probably in yours, I'm guessing, that you just thought people were not kind anymore. And it starts to become a belief of ours. And here's what's interesting: once you start believing that, you start seeing proof of it everywhere until the day you decide to challenge yourself. Now, what if kindness is here and I'm just not looking for it? So I start a simple practice every day. I start looking for one act of kindness. That's it. And I will tell you, at first it was super, super hard, right? Then it obviously got a little easier. And now it becomes natural. And eventually, kindness doesn't feel rare to me anymore. It's constant. Nothing changed around me, but everything changed within me. This isn't just mindset, it's neuroscience. Yep, everything comes back to science. There's something that's called the Reticular Activating System, RAS, and that's in your brain. It acts like a filter, deciding what you notice. When you focus on something consistently, your brain starts scanning for more of it. That's why when you buy a new car, you suddenly see it everywhere. That's happened to me, right? Right? When you're stressed, everything feels super stressful. And when you focus on kindness, you start seeing kindness. One study from the University of British Columbia found that people who actively looked for kindness experienced higher levels of happiness and, get this, life satisfaction within, seriously, 1 week. Can you believe it? This isn't about ignoring reality, honestly. It's about training your brain to notice a fuller vision. Notice everything that's happening around you. And who's fans of Wayne Dyer? Because he said, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. And that's exactly what I'm talking to you about today. So, 3 ways to shift your perspective. And I'm going to make it practical, right? Number 1, look for evidence of kindness daily. Do the activity I just shared with you, right? Set a simple intention. Today, I'm going to notice kindness. That's it. No pressure. Just notice it. This rewires your attention to it. Number 2, reframe neutral moments, right? Not everything is negative. Sometimes it's just neutral. Instead of assuming they're ignoring me, try maybe they're having a tough day. Kindness often starts with giving people the benefit of the doubt, right? Most people don't have ill will. And number 3, become the kindness you want to see. Yep, I'm calling you out on it. Here's the most powerful shift. If you're not seeing enough kindness, start creating it. Send the text, offer the compliment, be patient in the line. Because once you start giving it, you start noticing it. So why does all this matter? Well, perspective actually shapes experience. If you believe the world is harsh, you'll see harshness. If you believe kindness exists, you'll find it. And here's the ripple effect. When you see more kindness, you feel calmer. You respond differently. You treat people differently. And they respond differently back. That's how our culture is going to shift. Kindness is not missing. It's just unnoticed. And the moment you decide to look for it, you realize it's been there all along. So here's your challenge for the week. At the end of the day, write down one moment of kindness you noticed. Just one. And watch what starts to change. I bet it will be a positive experience for you. I'm excited to hear how it goes for you. So please, if you do the challenge, I want you to come back and leave me a comment, right? And if this episode shifted your perspective just a little bit, share it with a friend. Everybody needs a little reminder that kindness is still here. In fact, it is everywhere, right? And please do me a favor, subscribe to my podcast, wherever you're listening to it. And if you haven't done so yet, I am encouraging, actually, I'm going to beg, because I don't have enough reviews. And reviews help me get seen to the people that need to hear my messages. So could you please leave me a 5-star review if you love my podcast, and maybe, spread the love a little bit. Maybe that could be your kind act to do today. I don't know, but I would appreciate it, right? And you know what? Until next time, I want to remind you that sometimes the most powerful shift isn't changing your world. It's just changing how you see it. So remember, together, we create waves of change through kindness. Thanks for listening.